So they call this the fastest 3/8 of a mile track here in the West. So I wanted to try it out myself. Last year, Arizona took a beating to UCLA. A 66-10 loss is a game the Wildcats remember clearly. They plan to strike back tomorrow at Arizona Stadium. Arizona and Washington State have not matched up since 2010, but that's all about to change today. Arizona is coming off of a loss to UCLA as the Cougars hope to break a 3-game losing streak. What have you been working on during the offseason?
Getting my shot more consistent, being more comfortable with the ball.
We genuinely see ourselves as contenders for the national championship game, and so that is our main goal this year.
But in order to get there, it's about surrendering the me for the we.
The team has to come first. So win a national title has to be our main goal, but that takes day after day of hard work.
Arizona does have a promising season ahead, and it's no wonder why the bar is set high for the Wildcats. But how good they're going to be remains a mystery. Arizona still undefeated after a 69-43 win over Southern. Freshman phenom Aaron Gordon led the Cats with 21 points. T.J. McConnell feeds Gordon once again for the dunk. Those two had a strong connection in tonight's game.
He's a great point guard. He's really savvy, knows the game well.
UCLA is one of the highest in this conference in terms of being able to convert on third downs. What are you guys going to do to stop that?
Getting off the field is going to be big. I mean, we're going to do some SWAT, we're going to do some nickel, and we're just going to try to mix up the looks and confuse Brett, because he's a good quarterback, and if you just sit back there and let him know what you're in, he'll pick you apart.
You know, the past 5 games have been conference play, 4 of which have been on the road. How does it feel knowing that you're finally going to be at home for the next 3 games?
It feels good because when we're home, I don't know what it is, but I have much more confidence.
A few weeks ago, you spoke to me about what makes you really appreciate the game of football, and you mentioned it was the moment that you found out you were playing for the University of Arizona. You saw your friends get D1 level scholarships.
My friends in the area got scholarships to colleges, and I didn't.
You were criticized for being too small to play at a D1 level school.
Everyone told me throughout my life I wasn't big enough, good enough to play quarterback at a Division I level, especially in the Pac-12.
You prove everyone wrong. How are you going to prove everyone wrong again this time?
I think it's the same thing. Now people don't think I'm good enough to beat Washington or USC. So now I just got to use that as motivation, work extra hard in the film room, in the weight room, out on the practice field, and prove the naysayers wrong.
What do you want to be remembered by when you graduate at the University of Arizona?
I'd like to be remembered as someone with a hard edge, someone who was ruthless and relentless, and a taker of souls.
If you had to describe your game or yourself in one word, what would it be?
Flourish, because everything I do, I try to do it to the fullest extent, going above and beyond, and flourish embodies that.
Arizona is now 4-0 after a blowout victory over Fairleigh Dickinson. With 6 players in double figures, Arizona's depth is hard to match. Let's see how they played here tonight at the McHale Center. You've had a touchdown the past 3 games. You seem to be B.J. Danker's go-to guy. How have you guys been able to establish that connection?
Just catching balls in practice and making sure I get myself open for him, to have an open target to throw to.
For the first 4 games, Arizona only had 2 receiving touchdowns. This past Saturday, B.J. Danker connected with 7 different receivers, 3 of which had a touchdown, including yourself for 2. Why was that so important for you guys?
Just for Danker's confidence as well as ourselves.
Arizona is currently riding a 3-game conference winning streak. A victory this weekend would give the Wildcats a 4-game conference winning streak for the first time since 1998. Will this be a November to remember for the Wildcats? Tune in on Saturday on ESPN at 10 o'clock Eastern Time to find out. For ESPNU Campus Connection, I'm Ashley Nevel.